Hey guys, it's Amanda. Adding items into your Walmart catalog can be kind of confusing. So today I'm going to show you how to add them into your catalog as WFS eligible. I highly recommend adding them as WFS eligible if you plan on sending them to the Walmart warehouse. Now, if you don't plan on sending them to the Walmart warehouse, I recommend you just adding them as seller fulfilled so then you can send them directly to the customer. But hi, if you're new here, my name's Amanda, and if you could do all the YouTube things, if you could like, comment, subscribe, I would super appreciate it. I love talking all things Walmart, and let's just jump into the video and I'll show you exactly step by step how to add items in your catalog as WFS eligible. All right, so I'm going to show you how to add items into your inventory as WFS eligible. That is the easiest way for me because I send everything to WFS. So first you go to your catalog, which is the second icon from the top. You will go over here to the right hand side with this blue icon, add items. All right, so I will first use right here where I will add in the item identifier. You can do this multiple ways. You can add in the item title name, you can add in the item ID number, or you can add in the UPC or the GTIN. So what I personally like to do is I like to scan it with my barcode scanner. So first I'm going to scan the item and it pulls up the item, which is perfect. This is exactly what I want. So we will do it one by one first, and then I will show you how to do it in bulk next. So I will go ahead and add this item and it is added right here, and then I will go ahead and select next, and I will change this to Walmart fulfilled. I also like putting this view on Walmart just in case I need information from this listing, and so I will go ahead type in my SKU. I do the same SKU for everything. I do RX, that's how I source the item. I bought it for $3 and then I did today's date, and then I do the sale price that I would like to sell it at. Then move on to the selling price, which is $19.97, and then I will do as the prop required, no. Any state restrictions, I select none. Country of origin, I always just select China. It's just the one easiest. You can look at the information and find it, but I just do China. That just seems to cover everything. And then, does this contain aerosol or pesticides? No. Does this contain electrical component? No. And then, does this contain a battery? Does not contain a battery. And because all of these three are no's and does not contain a battery, we can skip this entire section right here. It is not required. And then same for this, we can just skip all of this as well. And let's just go ahead and submit. And if there are errors, then it'll tell us. Perfect. So it did get added, and now we can list another item, or we can go to the activity feed to see if it was processed. I'm going to exit out of here, and then I'm going to add in a couple more, and we'll do this one in bulk. So I'm going to go ahead and scan the next UPC, and then I'm going to add a comma and do the next one. Perfect. And you can add as many as you want. I don't recommend doing more than 10 because sometimes after 10 it gets a little clunky and it freezes. So I would recommend doing like no more than 10, and then I will add them both. I will select next, and then how would you like to fulfill these items? I'm going to do Walmart fulfilled and apply. Hey, would you like a free roadmap that tells you how to get started, what to look for when sourcing, and how to create a shipment all the way to getting paid and making this Walmart a full-time business? So please check out my freebie down below, and back to the video. Okay, so for this one, I would like the selling price to be $28.99, and then the SKU, so I'm going to do RA. I got this for $8, and then I'm going to do the date today, and then the selling price of $28.99. Is prop 65 required? No. So then I will go ahead and skip over here, and then country of origin, I select China. There, save changes, and then is there a product? Does it contain chemical, aerosol, or pesticide? No. Does it contain electrical component? No. Does it contain a battery? It does not contain a battery, and so we do not need any of this information. I believe I skipped something. Restrictions, none. Sale restrictions is none. That's the one I missed. Then we will go ahead. Is there a component? No batteries, so we can skip all of that. Perfect. Now we will go to the second line item and the price on this one. So the price on this one is $14.50, and I will do my SKU, and I bought this for $3. Prop 65 required? No. State restrictions is none, and then this will be China as well. Save changes, no, no, and then does not contain a battery. And then we will hit submit. And if there are any errors, it'll come back and let us know. So we will go ahead and let's just go to our activity feed to see if there are any errors or if there was something going on. So the first one that we did by one was added. So let's just go into our catalog to see if it was added correctly, if it went through as WFS, and it was that little Barney toy, and it looks like it is published, and it is seller fulfilled WFS eligible. Perfect. That went by so smooth. I love doing them one by one. I'm a little nervous for the bulk because sometimes there's all things that get missed. All right, so let's go through our activity feed to see if there's anything there and if it got processed or if there's any issues. And it looks like it is still pending. It's still being submitted. Sometimes I'll refresh a couple times just to see if it gets processed during that refresh. And then sometimes I like to hop back into catalog. I kind of go back and forth just to see if added or everything. And it looks like this Jada Goat already got published through as seller fulfilled, and we're just waiting on the Peppa Pig. So let's just go back to the activity feed to see if maybe it's now published and processed and it is still pending. Usually this takes about 2 or 3 minutes when you do book uploading, but the more you do, like more than 10, it will bog it down really slowly and can take hours. And that's why I like doing it one by one, so you can see your progress each and every time. And it does seem to go by quicker. Perfect. And it looks like it just got processed, and it looks like there are no issues. Nothing is pending. I will go ahead and go to the catalog and see if they are both processed. It is still processing, which sometimes it does lag a little bit, but we'll go ahead and refresh. All right, so we will go ahead and refresh again. Awesome. And it looks like Peppa Pig did come through and it is published. Perfect. And we are waiting for the other item. So let's just take a look and see if it got lost somewhere. I always like to check my errors, my unpublished. I am still waiting for a couple errors to be processed, and it looks like it is published and the Peppa Pig is still processing. It's just trying to catch up a little bit. It does take a little bit of time. I would say in about 15 minutes, it will be completely processed and ready to go. All right, and this is how you do WFS uploading. I prefer doing WFS upload versus doing seller fulfill and then converting. That is a bit more of a process. However, I will do that when I add the items into store. Let me know if this was helpful, but that is how you upload as WFS eligible. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. And adding items into your catalog is not hard, but it does take time, which is unfortunate. Again, I don't like doing the bulk upload because I just think it's easier to do it one by one. But again, it's totally what is up to you and your workflow and what's best for you. Now it's time to prep your items to send to the Walmart warehouse. I do have a video on how to prep your items, and I also have a video on how to create that shipping plan to send to Walmart. Again, if you could like, comment, subscribe, I super appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one, and let's connect.